All right, let's see if we can have 4 running at the same time. So I'm going to ask it to analyze Google Trends for 5 business ideas, check competition levels, estimate market size, and rank by opportunity score. These must be ideas that are affordable to start. Okay, I have 4 agents running at the same time right now. Let's ask it to do something more personalized where it's going to have to log into some of my accounts. Check calendar for next week's meetings, research each client's recent news or updates, create briefing docs with talking points. 5 agents running concurrently. Okay, please take over to log in with your Google account credentials. You're about to control ChatGPT's browser, won't take screenshots, your browser session will be saved. This may put your data at risk. I'm a risky guy, let's do it. Okay, it's in my calendar. All right, let's see what it's done with the dentist so far. Outside of the office, he enjoys running, lifting weights, paddleboarding, and Spartan races. Dr. Pevsner hangs out with his boxer dog Yuri, paddleboards on Lake Austin, practices Kundalini yoga, plays pickleball. Oh man, this is so good. All right, here's one of the emails it wrote. Hi, Dr. Mathies. Chris here from Austin. I read that fewer than 6% of dentists hold FAGD, and you earned yours after 500 plus hours of study. That's serious hustle. You went from Penn State business grad to NYU dental school, a Montefiore residency, and an implant fellowship, then uprooted to Austin in 2020. I also saw you're a runner and Spartan race competitor who likes paddleboarding and lifting. As a fellow overachiever, I think your online presence should reflect all that grit. Right now, your site barely shows up on page 1 when I search South Austin implants. I host a business podcast and run an SEO firm exclusively for Austin dentists. We help practices like yours dominate local search. I'd love to chat and even feature your story. Shoot me a time and I'll bring the coffee. I don't drink coffee. Wait until you hear how many new patients we can drive your way. Wow. This entire task, doing all this research and writing 5 hyper-personalized cold emails, took 3 minutes. And all I did was prompt it once. No follow-ups, nothing. All right, one day I want to sell this powdered drink concoction that I invented for my own needs. That day isn't anytime soon, but I want to see what other drink concoctions are selling on Amazon and what complaints people have about them. So let's do that research. I want to sell a healthy powdered energy drink on Amazon. Research Amazon reviews for similar products, extract common complaints, create a feature list addressing each pain point. All right, on the cold emails to dentist one, let's see if I can go a step further and actually send those emails for me. Now, keep in mind, I don't sell SEO services. This is just an example. But yes, I am still going to send these emails because I want to see if it'll work. What's the worst that could happen? Some dentist wakes up on a Saturday morning confused about my email. Who cares? Go a step further and send these emails for me. Gmail, use the email addresses you found. All right, keep in mind, I have 6 agents running at the same time right now. Each agent is taking the place of multiple employees. So for almost no money, I'm essentially paying 15 to 20 people to work for me at 5 a.m. on a Saturday morning. All right, let's check in on the powdered energy drink competitive analysis. It's gathering negative reviews, capturing flavor and taste issues, citing negative points for review, scrolling their websites, looking at reviews. Too sweet. Way too sweet. This is so incredible. Does not mix well. Oh my gosh. I'm going to start so many businesses. And if I check on the agent that is researching all of my meetings for next week, it is going hyper in depth. A lot of these meetings are just with my business partners and friends. And so it's very interesting that I can cross-reference what it's finding versus what I actually know about them. Okay, and it's done. Worked for 9 minutes. Here's your client meeting briefing for next week, sorted by meeting, with latest news and talking points to keep you in the know. Hope it makes the convos flow smoothly, Chris. Week of July 20th to 26th, 2025. Okay, it's just listing them all out right here. Interview for the real estate investing podcast. Okay, here's a brief for each client. Brandon is my friend and business partner. In a modern retail interview, he said Wallaroo, his agency, works with 135 e-commerce brand and is shifting budgets to Pinterest ads. Okay. A PR news article describes Wallaroo as a premier social media advertising agency. The merger with Arvo and their focus on Pinterest signals that Brandon is betting on underpriced attention. Talking points. Ask how the merger has changed day to day operations and what new capabilities clients are seeing. This is incredible. Not only did it do research for me, but it formed its own opinions based on that research found. It's not even asking or expecting me to form my own opinions on that research, which could be concerning if you look at it that way. But it's also awesome because I don't have to use those opinions. I can use those opinions to form my own opinions, but at least it gets me along the lines of forming opinions about this research. It removes the friction. All right, Nick Hulesky, that's my best friend and business partner. It does a fact check, ask him about lessons from buying and exiting his first company. This is actually really helpful because this guy, Kevin, I don't know. I'm going to be on his podcast. I've never talked to him before. His assistant even set up this meeting with us. So this is actually super helpful that I'm learning about what he does before I go on his podcast. Their featured asset is American Presidential Estates, a 503 lot institutional grade mobile home park near Ann Arbor, Michigan. Talking points. What attracted him to this 503 lot park? This is so good. It says lead each conversation with hard numbers. Keep in mind, I logged into my calendar once, and I won't need to do that again. And it did all this research for me in 9 minutes, as I did other things on the computer. This is something that my assistant would do. Hey, Megan, I hope you're not watching this. All right, on the dentist one, it's now asking me to log into my Gmail. All right, let's see what it does now that it's in my email. It's interesting. It says, watch while ChatGPT works with sensitive data. ChatGPT is working with mail.google.com, which contains sensitive data. If you notice anything bad happening, you can stop the task. That's them trying to cover their butt. They don't want to be liable for anything that happens. All right, let's check out my energy drink competitor research here. All right, common complaints from Amazon reviews and expert articles. Packaging is difficult to open and poorly designed. Powder clumps or doesn't dissolve. Poor taste. Overly sweet or sickly flavor. Limited flavor variety. Product is expensive. Acquired taste. Suggested features to address each pain point. Easy open, tamper evident packaging, anti-clumping, yada, yada, yada. Here's what people hate about powdered energy drinks, how you can fix it. Easy open packaging, no more clumps, clean taste, balanced sweetness, flavor variety, affordable value, no acquired taste, caffeine options. Some people don't want caffeine. So it would be a mistake if I just left this as is. Now I have all this data. Now I want to use the rest of ChatGPT, its whole corpus of knowledge, the LLM, this large language model. These are the things that companies are spending billions of dollars to build. I don't want to waste it. So what it just acquired for me is now proprietary. This is info that I have that no one else has, but I want to ask a question. So I'm going to say, which complaints appeared the most often? I don't want to fix problems that are anecdotal and don't affect a large percentage of people. So the one where I asked it to analyze Google Trends for 5 business ideas, it's kind of taken a while. So I just said, how's it going? Moving along? And it said, hey, Chris, yep, moving along nicely, gathering data and citations, almost done pulling the info together. We'll have that ranking and summary ready for you soon. Now, on the agent where I asked it to actually email these dentists from my email, it's not letting me navigate away from the tab. It wants to make sure that I'm watching everything it's doing inside my email, which is a little annoying, but I can see why they want this. It is a liability. It's the same principle as Tesla not letting me look at my phone while my car is driving itself. It doesn't want to get sued if I run into something and full self-driving doesn't work. But that's going away. The Tesla network just launched in Austin and cars are driving without people in the driver's seat. So eventually this will go away too. All right, I'm watching it work inside my inbox. It's a little freaky. It put the entire email in the subject line. The current draft to Dr. Gordon is problematic, so I'll close the window and start fresh.